Americans are on the move. With so many options for getting from one place to another, moving to another city or state has never been easier. So maybe you've found yourself picturing life in a new place. I know I have. But every place has a set of pros and cons that need to be considered before taking the leap. So in today's video, we're going over 7 reasons why maybe someone shouldn't move to Denver. Number 7. The high altitude. With its location a mile above sea level, altitude sickness, or mountain sickness as it's sometimes called, is a very real thing that many newcomers to Denver have to battle. It's caused by gaining altitude too rapidly, and it makes it hard for the body to adjust to the reduced oxygen and change in air pressure, causing a lack of oxygen to reach the body's tissues. Initial symptoms can include headache, lethargy, coordination problems, insomnia, loss of appetite, dizziness, nausea, and vomiting. All of that sounds like a load of fun. If you're unfortunate enough to get a severe case, it can lead to palpitations, shortness of breath, and cyanosis. Being higher up also means that you're closer to the sun, so there's an increased UV exposure that can lead to skin damage and cancer. In fact, the higher altitude causes a variety of skin issues. The lower humidity level at that elevation causes dry skin and nasal passages. If you're not one for using moisturizer, sunscreen, and nasal sprays, Denver might not be the place for you. Number 6. It's expensive. 50% of the adult population in Denver have a bachelor's degree, so the median household income is well above the national average at $72,661. Yet, a lot of people struggle to make ends meet in the mile-high city. Most things are more expensive there, but housing costs really get people. Most experts say you shouldn't spend more than 1/3 of your income on housing, but many of the residents are going way over that percentage just to keep a roof over their heads. Just a cursory glance at Zillow shows how out of touch the prices are in comparison to the average income in the city. The cheapest livable home on the market is $300,000, and it only has 1 bedroom. If you have a family and need 3 bedrooms, you're looking at $370,000, and the prices go all the way up to $11 million. The Census Bureau lists the median home value at $427,600, so a home purchase isn't all that affordable for an average person. If you prefer to rent, houses on the current market run from $1,000 for a 1-bedroom all the way up to $15,000 a month for a 6-bedroom. If apartment living is more your speed, it looks like it's mostly 1-bedroom places starting at $1,000 per month. Number 5. Traffic. According to the 2021 Global Traffic Scoreboard, which studies international traffic trends, Denver's roadways are the 15th most congested in the U.S. They calculated that a driver in Denver wastes 40 hours sitting in traffic each year. They found that the reason for this is simply too many cars on the roadway. Denver is home to over 700,000 people, and of those who are in the workforce, approximately 70% of them drive alone to and from work. It seems that Denverites don't like carpooling or taking public transit as much as some other city dwellers do. The traffic is so bad that one of the main thoroughfares, Interstate 25, often gets compared to LA's notoriously traffic-jammed the 405, partially because there are at least 2 sections of the highway that create bottlenecks. Something else that doesn't help with the traffic issue is that the roadways seem to be under construction constantly. All of that traffic means that the chance of being in an accident goes up. On average, there are 220 accidents each day in the Denver area. In 2021, there were 84 traffic-related deaths, and the Denver Police Department has said there are concerns that 2022 may actually set a record for fatalities. Number 4. Public transportation issues. Piggybacking on the traffic situation is that public transportation isn't much better. It apparently has so many issues that the residents have given up on it. In some cities, like New York for example, you'll find a variety of public transportation options, including subway trains and buses that make getting around without a car easier. But in Denver, they don't have an efficient system. Residents complain that the lines don't run to where they need to go, and the fare system is complicated. Public transportation in Denver also isn't safe. Bus drivers are attacked an average of 1.5 times per week. Most people don't have to worry about being assaulted while at work, so it's understandable that the Regional Transportation District struggles to retain drivers. They also struggle to fund their operation. Starting with the financial crisis in 2008, the sales tax revenue was cut and construction costs rose, which crippled their ability to finance repairs and other things. They have had to cut service frequently, leaving riders waiting for buses and trains that don't arrive. Most residents have given up on public transportation, leaving only those without other means of getting around using it. Number 3. Weather. Transplants to Denver often complain about the weather. For starters, there's the snow. Denver gets more than its fair share of the white stuff, with an average of 53.5 inches per year. In some years, the snow starts falling long before other areas, and it sometimes likes to stick around. Take this year for example, when the Denver area received a late snowstorm in May while the rest of the country was enjoying spring weather. Residents complained that the city doesn't do as much plowing as they should and that other drivers have no idea how to get around in the snow, which causes problems. And then there's the hail. Denver is ranked as the 10th most prone city to hailstorms in the US, and 3 of the 10 costliest hailstorms took place there, with the most recent one in 2017, so damage to vehicles and other property is a real concern for people who live there. And then there's the wildfire risk. According to NPR, urban wildfires destroyed hundreds of homes and 6,000 acres of land during 2021. According to the Colorado Sun, 1 million Colorado buildings are threatened by wildfire. They say that it's the largest increase in homes and businesses threatened by wildfire of any state in the nation. Number 2, crime. What is it about big cities and crime? It seems like the more people you have in an area, the more crime per capita you have, but some places excel in that area. Denver is one such place. The overall crime rate in Denver is 135% higher than the national average. According to the 2020 FBI's Uniform Crime Report, there were 97 murders, 6,232 various other violent crimes, and 34,294 property crimes that took place in Denver, which puts the chance of becoming a victim at 1 in 19. Denver is safer than only 3% of US cities. On top of that, the Mile High City was ranked the 5th most sinful city in the US, according to a Wallet Hub study released in 2021. They ranked Denver at 3rd place for excessive drinking, and number 18 for anger and hatred, which was measured by the number of violent crimes, sex offenders per capita, the bullying rate, deaths due to firearms, hate crimes, and mass shootings. So that's fun. Number 1, Coloradans don't want you there. Seriously, someone posted a petition on change.org trying to keep people from moving there. Transplants say that the locals are rude to them, and there is some element of antipathy for new residents. A lot of the people who were born and raised in the area and who have been there for several generations see new people as coming in and causing issues, like inflated housing costs due to too much demand. If you're coming from Texas, there's an especially high level of frostiness that you would receive if you moved to Denver. Residents say that Texans are loud, boisterous, and obnoxious, and that the only reason the Oklahoma Panhandle exists is to keep Colorado from having to share a border with Texas. Coloradans are apparently an outspoken bunch. What other reasons are there for not moving to Denver? Let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to learn about other places to avoid, watch one of these videos next. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I remain stuck in the cornfield.